When I wanted to start working for Gold's Gym as a personal trainer, I could not find not one review. So here I am, 6 months later. Fast forward, I've been working there and now I'm here to give you the review that I wish I had. So you can make the decision whether Gold's Gym is right for you as a personal trainer. Hey, I'm Alexa. I've been a personal trainer for over 5 years. I started off leading bootcamp sessions, then I switched over to independent training. Then I also went into private gym training and now I transitioned into commercial gym training. So I decided to work at Gold's Gym because I started having slow periods in just personal training. So I wanted to get a little bit more experience and see how commercial gyms run their business. I picked Gold's, well actually Gold's picked me, just kidding. I wanted to join Gold's Gym because I wanted to get the experience. I had never worked at a commercial gym before, so it was definitely new for me. So fast forward. I've been working there for about 6 months now, and last week was actually my last week there. In this video, I will cover the pros, the cons, and my personal experience working at Gold's, and whether or not I recommend this gym for personal trainers. For context, I do live in the Los Angeles area, and this is just my personal experience. It can definitely vary by location. Let's talk pros. One thing I do like about Gold's Gym is that they allow a lot of flexibility with your schedule. When you first come in, they tell you you can choose your schedule based on your availability. So if you're a student or have other things going on, you can basically schedule yourself around those hours that you are available. Another pro in my case was that I got to work in a brand new gym. They just opened up and I got hired right away. And it was just really nice to be in a brand new facility with great equipment. Another good thing is that they offer accessibility to a variety of equipment. As a personal trainer, that's great because you have a lot to work with when it comes to equipment. One thing that is great about working at a commercial gym like Gold's Gym is that they actually provide the clients for you and you don't have to worry about doing much of the prospecting unless you're doing floor pools or any other things like that. But majority of the clients actually come to you and they're ready to go. Lastly, you also get the option of also becoming a group trainer and being trained and certified by Gold's Gym. That's really great for if you want to expand into someday learning how to be a group training instructor. You can definitely get the experience there, and it's not just so much personal training, which I feel like was really helpful in my experience. It was a pro for me because I do come from a background of hosting bootcamp sessions, so it was just a great way of me to sharpen my skills when it came to group training. Another pro is that if you're just starting off as a personal trainer, all you need is a certification in order to start at Gold's Gym. Let's talk cons. Number 1, low pay. I didn't know what to expect coming into Gold's in terms of pay. I thought that they would be a little bit more competitive with their rates or that I would be earning a little bit more commission than I actually was, but it turns out that it's actually on the very low end of the spectrum. I feel that as someone with more experience, we should definitely be getting paid more, but I felt as though my hard work was not reflective with the pay. I'm not sure about other Gold's Gyms, but at my Gold's Gym, just to be transparent, we started off at minimum wage. And commission was under 5%, and that was only if you made the sale. And that brings me to my next point. It was very difficult to move up because the expectations just kept getting higher and higher and higher as you were trying to meet your quota. So it definitely made it hard for me to move up. Even within 6 months, I was still in the same range, not able to really move up, which led me to wanting to leave. And keep in mind, my schedule was packed. I had so many clients, so I was definitely not underperforming. I was servicing as many hours as I could. Another con in my eyes was that it was very sales focused. But sometimes I feel as though it's better to not be so pushy when it comes to sales. As a personal trainer, I know there's a certain amount of sales skills that we require in order to be able to retain our clients, but it was just too much. They were really pushing sales every single day, and it got to the point where it was too much. Our clients would feel it. I personally am someone who's not so salesy, so it was definitely very hard for me to be in an environment that definitely pushed sales hard. coming into a brand new gym, I would assume that we would have more training. But in my personal experience, I had little hands-on training, meaning I didn't even shadow anyone. I was kind of just thrown out there. And it wasn't until now where I'm seeing more of like the new folks coming in and they're actually getting a lot more hands-on training. Another con was I couldn't even schedule my own clients. It was very hard. We needed a manager's assistance and managers weren't always there. So that was definitely a big issue because as a personal trainer, the one thing we should have access to is at least scheduling in our clients, just so that we fit our schedule to our personal availability. And I felt like it was such a hassle to always have to go through a manager to create these very small fixes that I should be able to do on my own. So it all comes down to my personal experience, right? So I enjoyed some parts of it. I enjoyed the parts where I was interacting with my clients, where I was connecting and really helping them make a change in their lives. That was my favorite part. But other than that, I really didn't enjoy it. It started becoming something I dreaded. And I can say part of that was because I felt like I was undervalued and underpaid, which really didn't motivate me to want to grow and thrive in that environment. I would recommend this position to any new personal trainers. I know there was a lot of newbies that were coming in as trainers, and I know for them it worked out because they have no experience, they're just starting off. So I would definitely recommend it if you're a new trainer, but if you're an experienced trainer and you know your worth, I would probably not recommend it to you. From my personal experience, I feel like we should definitely be getting paid more. And if you look up how much a personal trainer makes an hour, we're way down here at Gold's Gym. So I definitely would recommend that if you are someone who has more experience, I would recommend not working at Gold's Gym.